Gafford's available. Martin, B. Will, Lively, and Irving are all out.
Jason Cooper has an average where he hasn't had less than 5 assists since he came back from injury. Have you seen a shift in kind of his intention to play make a little bit more?
Yeah, I think he's been doing that. I think a little bit of that is also being able to finish, to make shots. And so for us as a group, we're starting to make shots, and I think that's helped him. But he's been making a lot of those plays. Unfortunately, early on we weren't converting those, and right now we are.
With PJ, playing a lot of his minutes at the 5 lately, how has that helped unlock the offensive space?
Yeah, I think it's been good for the group. We're playing a lot faster. We have created a lot more threes. So it's been good to see PJ. And I think for PJ, he's been playing extremely well for us at the 5.
What's the first thing you look for in a point guard?
First thing?
Or what stands out to you the most when you
How you make others better.
and it doesn't, you're not thinking so much about size, speed,
Oh, yeah, all that.
all that. Sure, but that's the number one thing for you.
Yeah, the number one is can you make others better? Are you unselfish? Can you win? Do you have to score? There's a lot of things,
Sure.
not just one. I mean, when you talk about height, I think we would all like to be 6'9", run like LeBron. Also probably have the body of LeBron, but the IQ of LeBron, like that's a point guard, unstoppable. And so, those are the ingredients. Sometimes we don't get all that, so you have to use what you have. And the biggest thing is as average or ones that are trying to become great. Can they do it? Can they make others better first? Those are the ones that stand out.
Do you pay more attention if you're just watching a game for fun? Do you pay more attention to the point guard than anybody else?
Yeah, that's another tough question because there's a lot of guys who don't play the position anymore. It's just, can others make others better? And so can that one player, can A make B or C better? Joker, I would consider he's a point guard, but he's 7 feet. He makes everyone better. And then also when he has to, he can score and dominate the game. But for him, he's a quarterback. And so I think I try to look at it more as a quarterback and not as this person's only 5'10" and he has to be a point guard. So there's a lot of guys in this league that can make others better.
You guys are in this blur of games, but will you make time to watch March Madness, and especially since you guys are going to be picking somewhere in the top 7 or 8?
No, well, at some point we'll watch some college basketball. It's a great time of the year. When you talk about upsets or great individual performances. So at some point, but right now I'm just focused on the Hawks.
They've won 10 in a row, and you saw them last week. What's the toughest thing about this version of them right now?
They've gotten better since the last time we saw them. I think when you look at, Walker's coming off 40 or 41. I think CJ is, giving this group some veteran leadership on both sides of the ball. Johnson is averaging, I think, a triple-double right now in his last 5. And so they're playing at a high level, and then they're well coached. Q is one of the best coaches in the league. And so for him to have this group, they're playing, great basketball at the right time.
You get Daniel Gafford back before the road trip, 4 straight double-doubles. What is he doing so well right now?
Well, I think his health, I think he feels better. You can see that on the court. He's being able to give us second or third opportunities, being able to finish. But I think it all starts with his health. He feels better, and so I think that's why his plays has picked up here of late.
We talked all season about how Coop kind of responds and he learns and quickly picks things up. How have you seen him respond to once he plays the team once, the next time he plays that team?
Yeah, I think his his book is really good at being able to document of how teams are playing him. We just played Atlanta. He understands what they were doing, and so his adjustments for a 19-year-old, he can make those adjustments pretty quickly, and so that's a thing that's pretty impressive for a 19-year-old. He tends to understand, if they're not going to let him drive it, to be able to make plays for others or be able to, shoot the jumper.
John Poulikitis over the weekend, he scored his first NBA points, and then I was gonna ask what do you like about his game and what makes him such a dangerous shooter?
Yeah, I think John is, he's come in as a two-way again, as we talked about all the time, trade or two-way to try to get your feet settled. And I thought he's not bashful. In a minute, he had 8 points in that Cleveland game, and he showed that he can shoot the ball. But what I like is that he competes, he prepares as a pro. And so for that moment that he had in that Cleveland game, you can see that, he's serious about his craft in his warm-up, and he got those same shots in the game.
Jason, I don't know if I missed it or not, but will you try to slow the game down a little bit? Cause it looks like Atlanta thrives on chaos and then runs.
Well, we got to run too, because that's one of our best. If our throw aheads and playing fast is, we're one of the best in the league too. So that's one of the things that has helped us score. When we get into half court and the team's red, we tend to stall out a little bit. So we're not going to be afraid to run. I think we just have to be smart when we run tonight, understanding. And I think in the last 5 or 10, they're number one in both offense and defense. And so just understanding we got to take care of the ball. And that's something that we've had, trouble with here of late is our turnovers. But if we can take care of the ball, we tend to get good shots.
Jason, your conversation you were having earlier about attributes that you look for in a point guard was really interesting. I'm curious about those attributes. Are those things that, in your opinion and your experience, are they attributes that have to be learned at an early age and they're just kind of, they're part of your DNA and they're part of your basketball IQ? Or do you think at this level, yourself, your player development coaches, et cetera, can take players and work with them to get better at those attributes of making people better that you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it's there's a combination there. That's a really good question. I think some is you're born with. That's just who you are in life. If you're a giver, that's just who you are, and if you're a taker, that's just who you are. I think understanding the situation of development is the skill set, and being able to work with that. And we're very blessed as coaches to work with the best players in the world. And so, can you lean into their strengths or can you lean into their weaknesses, and can you help them? And there's a big word of patience with that. Understanding someone can be dominant right hand. Can you help them develop a left hand at this level? Sometimes it's too late, and that you just try to lean into them being dominant right hand, and you set plays or whatever up, going to their left to right. The great ones always work on something, and they always bring something new to the table each season. And we've talked about that with some of the MVPs, looking at Shea's career, he's always brought something new each year, and that's what the great ones do.
And Jason, we talked about early in the season, teams were sending, their top perimeter defender at Coop. And as of late, it seems that he's learning how to attack, just other matchups, whether it's pick and roll or whatever it is. How have you just seen him kind of grow from an IQ standpoint, attacking other defenders?
Yeah, I think Coop has an extremely high IQ. Understands he's always seen the best defender. And I think it's just a matter of a pitcher going through the lineup the first time, being able to see how guys are going to play him. And right now, the physicality is the number one thing that he's trying to embrace and play through. And I think he's doing an incredible job understanding sometimes as a rookie you're going to get a call and sometimes you're not. And sometimes people just don't get calls. And so for him, being able to play through that physicality is the next stage for him.
One more college basketball question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, why?
It's the anniversary of when Cal and some point guard named Jason Kidd took down a two-time reigning champion Duke. about a third of your roster is from Duke.
They weren't even born.
Do you, gonna suggest they watch some YouTube on that?
No, we'll make sure during film, we're gonna watch some of that. We'll put that on. The problem is it's so grainy that they won't know who if that's Duke or Cal. So, but no, it's amazing how time flies. Incredible time, as we talked about. This is a great month for all sports fans and alums for their schools to cheer, to be able to upset someone as Cal did that year against Duke. But this is again, it's an incredible time, and at some point, I'll be able to watch some.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.